So here we go. Here's the real baby. What do you think about this one?
I underestimated the amount of work that you're doing on this thing. For sure.
Okay, 1964 Lincoln Continental, 100% not electric. Do you think you'd fit in this one, Brandon?
I think I would fit so comfortably. They don't make them like this anymore. That's the thing. You want to go, bro?
I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think? Who's faster, me or you?
You want to go?
All right, here we go. I just want you to know that you cheated.
The power to weight ratio. I mean, you do have like
your arm looks really comfortable in there. You don't look small, like you're cramped into that thing at all.
Hold on, this is my normal seating position. This is how I have to drive it.
That's right. He's right behind me. Couldn't overcome the power of the lightning.
Before we get into anything, I just want to let you know that I just laid waste to Jed's Lightning in Mach. I mean, it wasn't even close. I made him look like I was standing still. It was hilarious. It was adorable.
Dude, you know what I thought was awesome? Was this big guy in this little car. Just like, it was like Mario Kart.
It was.
You were like Mario.
Yeah.
And
I was teacups at Disney World.
And then here is your little cart.
I know. So this is my wife's 2022 Mustang Mach-E GT.
So why do you say it's your wife's?
It's a fat guy in a little coat. I can't really fit in it. Let me ask you a question. I can answer it in this simple question. I hate to answer questions, you guys. Have you ever seen a four-door Mustang? No, you haven't. There is no such thing.
I've seen one right here. What are you talking about?
I know. Well, I think this has its own identity. It needs to just be a Mach-E. So imagine a guy in my mass is 6'3" driving, and then it has to have the seat all the way back. This is what it would look like. Me getting in this car.
All right, try and get in, man. Show us how it's done.
Oh, it's like Twister. Okay. Spread them. Oh, spread them, Dano. Oh. Okay, if you were to close this door, it would certainly blow out my ACL right now. The speaker would completely destroy my knee. And I'm not even kidding. Here it is right. Ah! Hold on. Okay. So my head is hitting the back of this glass. Like my head is typically like touching it. So this rear headrest really isn't doing much. I mean,
so you couldn't comfortably sit in this for any kind of actual...
No. And because it's a glass, I guess, single panel moonroof, I hope it doesn't roll over because I'll get stabbed in the head.
Is this one of the reasons why this is your wife's car?
Yeah,
because your wife is a lot smaller than you.
Yeah, but even with children or you got middle schoolers or high schoolers, it's going to be tough for them to have their stuff in the back here and sit and have backpacks and stuff. I mean, I think it's
just... But they've got an extra area in the back that's got, like, you know, some space for storage, right?
Yeah, I guess, you know, it doesn't really meet the crossover feel. I think it just needs a little bit more room. Or here's the thing, just get rid of the back two seats and let it go as a real Mustang. It's a two-door.
All right. So you're going to show us what it looks like to put the seat all the way back and how much room you have for those great old ham hocks of yours.
Great old ham. Here's my biggest gripe, and I'll be honest with you. The seat doesn't have tilt up and down, right? The seat feels kind of flat. I know it looks like it's at an angle, but trust me when I say when you got longer legs, you need it to meet the back of your thigh where it supports. So unfortunately, most cars have actually tilt on the seat, but this one just has up, down, and back and forward, really, and then the back kind of comes. So
sit in it, show us.
So here we go.
Okay. So you're saying,
so where everything's positioned, I don't feel like the bottom of my thighs are supported. I mean, I'm a very larger guy. It's all the way back, as far back as it could possibly go. So I feel like the seat needs to be another like 3 or 4 inches maybe. And it needs to have tilt to meet my thighs so they can carry the weight of these big ham hocks. That's basically what I'm saying.
Can you show us my
favorite purchase of this car?
Absolutely. Show us the favorite purchase.
All right. Like my dad said, it doesn't look like much now, but wait till it's all done. So you basically take these pucks, shove them in the back seat, take these hooks, and you put them anywhere you can kind of get them, but I found the seat rails are probably the most beneficial. I feel like on a long trip, now the underneath of my thighs are supported. Oh, that's so much better.
So what else about the car sticks out to you as far as like, what do you like? What do you not like? What's the good, the bad, the ugly?
All right, let's get into it. Cockpit experience, I will have to say this, as far as the performance of this vehicle, it's pretty great. It tracks, handles superb with the dual motor. The one complaint I do have is the space, but as far as the overall like mechanical performance of this vehicle, it's pretty dang good. I would have to say I would rate it up there. However, it's gonna get knocked down, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be here to give you an honest opinion. I think the problems with the tech kind of overshadow the promising performance of the car. But here are the three biggest problems that I see. Connectivity with your profiles. So if you look at the navigation screen, you have your different profiles. You have to have a key fob and a telephone number to pair those profiles. I find it gets a lot of bugs in it when you're underneath a trolley, going in a parking structure, something weird. When you're actively driving, it unsyncs your profile to all your presets are lost. You have to repair your phone. It's a problem. It's an inconvenience. Not big of a problem where I'm driving this back to Ford, but it's enough to be irritated constantly. The biggest problem, my biggest problem that I really have with the technology end is the phantom phone calling. And what I mean by the phantom phone calling is I'll call somebody or they'll call me and they can only hear me and I can't hear them. I find I have to take my phone, unpair it from the dash to my speaker, and then pair it back till they can so I can actually hear them on the surround sound. Something is weird to where it's a phantom call. So that happens probably 70% of the time. And of the 70% of the time, half are I can't hear, or half are like bouncing off a Russian satellite to the dark side of the moon and back, and then blah, 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 I can't even hear it. So I think that's a huge problem for me. You know, if I'm fumbling with my phone in rush hour, or if it's raining like today and it doesn't show up on the nav, or if I call somebody and I have to grab my phone, it becomes a safety issue, and I don't like that. It becomes the point to where I can't really trust a lot of the things until they're fixed. Third problem on the list would be the audio. I know we got the Bang & Olufsen, so the B&O, I mean, Jed's B&O in his truck is a lot stronger. His BO is a lot stronger in the truck than my BO in the car. My BO in the car is weak. It's, I think the audio, and just in general for the high-end GT, just doesn't really meet the mark for somebody that wants that kind of like entertainment experience. But when you're flipping through buttons and you have anything synced, whether it be to Bluetooth to your phone, or if you have, you know, the satellite radio on or anything, when you start hitting buttons, there's a screech and a halt to the audio that comes on, and there's a huge delay, a few second delay, to where it actually kicks the audio back in. So there's some sort of electrical gremlins in this vehicle to where I don't know, it's just almost like, hey, this car has enough horsepower to actually move it amazingly. But I think the technology is just kind of lackluster in the fact that all these problems are kind of accumulating, and it's just like, hey, you know, you guys need to fix the bugs here.
So let's talk about charging.
I love the concept of it, but the convenience of it, there needs to be some advances forward. I mean, everything from the application to the plug-in port to a little bit of hiccups. I installed an EV charger at my house just specifically for this vehicle. So instead of getting the one time the 3 miles every hour, you charge it, you know, it's upwards of 30 to 40. So the problem I have with the application itself, sometimes if you just have it set to plug in, to charge when it's plugged in, or to charge between a certain hour, if you set it to charge when it's plugged in, I have to constantly come back out to the vehicle to make sure it's actually charging. You look on the app to verify if it's actually charging or not. The problem is it says currently not charging, here are the details, and you push on it and there's no details, it's just not charging. Another thing that I think is just a little bit weird, just with all EV chargers that you have, or all the wireless chargers that you have here, I have the iPhone 14 Pro Max, so the problem is it barely fits in here, but if you have any kind of case on it, it's not gonna charge. So you have to constantly take it out of the case to charge. So here's the thing. I mean, off the record, the car has problems, just like my wife. And that's why it's her car. But I love her anyways. It's fine. It's not like she's going to go watch Jetter's Garage and then see me, like, bad-mouthing it. So it's totally fine. Is that red light supposed to be on right there? Sorry, it's just raining a little bit. San Diego, it's raining.
Can you believe that? How many times does it actually rain in San Diego?
One of the things I like about it, the cargo space is nice. It's ample.
So can you fit like 2 suitcases here? Like what can you fit?
Yeah, we fly all the time. We travel all the time, so we can fit 2 large, like actually like checked bags in here. And you can put even 2 smaller carry-on bags on top of it with backpacks. So, I mean, we have 2 large dogs. We have a 100-pound pit bull, a 65-pound Australian Shepherd. They fit in this just fine. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't ever touch another man's Frunk. You know that? You know better?
Okay, all right. Tell us about the Frunk.
Wow. So here's the Frunk. It's adorable. As you can see, it's not as big as the Lightning. It's about half the size. I mean, I hope you charge a Bluetooth speaker before you came out to game day, because we have a cooler, we have everything else, but no tunes. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, man necessities right here.
So you were able to beat me a little bit off the line, but
look,
let's face it, I've got a better Frunk.
You do, and it even holds 400 pounds of Frunk. I mean, that's a lot of Frunk.
400 pounds can
400
sit
pound Frunk
right on my Frunk.
Yeah.
See, we got this. We got this here.
Oh,
you got a lot of room in this Frunk. I can't believe it's raining, but regardless, sit in the front. See how much space there is in the Lightning compared to the Mach-E.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
Do you need to move that all the way back?
No. Oh yeah. Hold on. You know, big guy problems.
All right, let's go ahead and compare the size of the Lightning to the Mach-E as far as how does a big guy fit in the Lightning versus the Mach-E.
All right, so let's go. We're taking it. Oh, don't mind if I do. So welcoming already. I mean, it's very nice. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. Oh, goodness. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, my goodness gracious.
It's got the tilt.
Yes, hold on. Let me adjust that. Oh, let me adjust it down. And yes, it's meeting my big ham hocks accordingly.
That's good for a long trip.
For sure.
So let's get you in the back seat and see what that looks like.
Oh, yes. And my knees fit. Oh, so I can close them in.
So, okay. It looks like they're all the way against the back there, though.
Yeah, but this is for someone that drives is the size of myself. So, I mean, in comparison to if I had my clone driving and I was back here, I'd still be comfortable. My head, yeah, doesn't quite touch the roof here. I mean, my hair is right now, but that's about it. No, but this is
so you could go on a long drive with this?
I can go on a long drive in the back, especially if somebody's not as big as me. Yeah, I scooch down a little bit more. Yeah, that's perfect. And look, my head actually, for the whiplash situation, my head catches the back of the headrest. Thank God, instead of the top of the roof.
All right, you might need a seat extender, but you're not driving, so
yeah,
you'd be okay.
I can suck this up in the back seat. I'd almost rather be in the back seat of this than the driver's seat of the Mustang. I mean, let's be honest. It just feels like it's a little bit more plush. But yeah, I can do this on a long trip for sure. So I mean, overall, I think it's small person approved if you have like young children trying to learn how to drive for the first time, or maybe you just want to surprise your wife. This is probably a great vehicle if they can get the bugs out. Me personally, I like the room. I like the statement. I like something Ford tough, not just Ford fast. So we done? Can I get them keys?
No, dude, I'm not giving you my keys. What are you talking about?
You said if I came to the review, we're going to swap for a month, and then I go on my trip and blah, 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 and then we do opposite reviews.
That was before I knew that it was only small person approved. I'm a medium person. I clearly don't fit in a small person approved vehicle.
So I did this for nothing, just for
basically.
Jetter's Garage. Okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah, you know what? I'm out. Waste my time with all this Ford nonsense. Get in here. Lose my number. But no, if you call me seriously, I probably won't hear it anyways.
Well, I guess if you want a little more room, you got to stick with the Lightning. Sounds like the Mach-E is small person approved, but the Lightning is large to medium person approved. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, watch some of our videos. Maybe you'll learn something. If there's any questions you have, put them in the comments. Love to hear from you.